Hello, I'm Tom Spota, Suffolk County District Attorney. Being a bully can be a crime, a very serious crime, just like burglary or mugging. When a child is physically or verbally attacked or threatened on the internet or a phone, that's a crime. Bullying is not new. Why is it now such a hot topic in the news? Because now the bully doesn't have to inflict physical pain. With the use of the internet and cell phones, emotional blows are sending young people into deep despair and pain. Sometimes children don't know what to do when they're the target of a bully. That's why my office produced this film. It's for young people who are coping with bullies. It gives some ideas to try and help young people either avert bullies or, if they're already being plagued by a bully, to stop the bully once and for all. The most important thing this film stresses is that if you're the target of a bully, you should go to an adult, a parent, teacher, guidance counselor, someone who you can tell your problem to. The worst thing you can do is not tell anybody and let the bully repeatedly taunt you. So please sit back, watch our story, and hopefully it will help you. Thanks for your attention.
Please, please stop bothering me.
Imagine how you'd feel if every day you went to school, these guys were bullying you. In the hallways, on the playground, they'd push you around, hit you, call you names, tell other kids lies about you, and get them to make fun of you. How would you feel? Well, you wouldn't feel good. You wouldn't think they were really cool, and you'd probably hate going to school. Then you'd know how thousands and thousands of kids from elementary to high school feel every day. Each day, in schools across America, 1 out of every 4 kids is bullied. Some surveys say as many as 1 in 3. Every 7 minutes, a young boy or girl just like you is bullied on a school playground or gymnasium. Tomorrow, 160,000 students will miss school because they're afraid of being bullied. What if one of your schoolmates, or a number of them, were bullying you every day at school? Or one of your friends, on the bus, in class, in the hallways, and on the playground? How do you think you'd feel being scared and picked on every day? Or how your friend would feel? Chances are you or your friend wouldn't want to go to school ever again. Some kids who are bullied feel so bad, they go so far as to hurt themselves because they feel they did something to deserve it, which is so wrong. Why are so many children bullied anyway? Why would others want to cause them pain and hurt their feelings? There are no good reasons, but most of the time, kids are bullied because others see them as different. Too short, too fat, they have an accent or speak funny, they're seen as geeky or nerdy, or they're shy, maybe a little withdrawn, and make an easy target. Most often, bullies do what they do because it makes them feel better about themselves, and often makes them the cool kid others look up to.
Unfortunately, bullies are popular and respected. They're considered the cool kids. They often enjoy a position of status in the classroom and have lots of friends. Even more troubling is when classmates admire what they think is toughness and try to imitate them. We all need to be concerned about the popularity of bullies and work to change the peer system that supports bullying.
Thanks. I got it over the weekend. My mom found it. Ow!
Okay, it's easy to see when someone is being physically bullied, and you can often hear when someone is being yelled at or harassed.
It's all like, ugh.
But some types of bullying are harder to see. So how do you know if what someone is doing is bullying or not? Here's a simple way to judge.
It's okay not to invite someone to a birthday party, but if you go out of your way to make somebody feel hurt and tease them or make fun of them because they're not invited, that's bullying.
You know how you feel when someone hurts you or hurts your feelings? If it's done on purpose, especially if it's done over and over, it's bullying. And as we just heard, you don't have to physically touch someone to be a bully.
Do you wash your clothes?
Oh, look at the crybaby.
Go home and cry to your mommy.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that Ashley. What a loser.
Totally. Look at that ugly rat face. I hate her guts. Why would anybody want to be her friend?
No one would. That's what I just texted her.
Now, a lot of kids will say, oh, they didn't mean it, they were just kidding, or that kid is just too sensitive. Well, you can bet a month's allowance they wouldn't say that if they were the ones being bullied. Kids who are bullied at any age feel sad and angry a lot. They're lonely, often have nightmares and a lot of health problems like stomach pains and headaches. It's harder for them to concentrate in school, so their grades go down. Very often, it doesn't end when the final school bell rings either. In a story reported by the Long Island Press, a 13-year-old boy said he couldn't even walk through his hometown without always being nervous about someone screaming nasty insults, or one or more kids coming up behind him ready to beat him up. Take a long look around your classroom. Count out 25 of your classmates. Then imagine all of them afraid or beat up. Imagine your classroom empty because none of them wanted to come to school anymore. Bullying has to be stopped. But what about the bullies themselves? What makes them behave as they do?
What are you doing? Give me my glasses back. What, these glasses? Yes. Well, these are my glasses back. No, they're not your glasses. I want my glasses back. No, I'm not four-eyed. Just give me my glasses back.
There are a lot of reasons, but most of the time, bullies like to be thought of as popular and in control. They feel good when they hurt someone else and don't care what their victims feel. Just like many men who abuse their wife and kids, bullies often blame those they abuse for their actions, saying they were provoked, their victim asked for it, or made them do it. Here are some other interesting facts about bullies.
A lot of kids and adults think as bullies get older, they grow out of it and that it's just a phase. Very often, that doesn't happen. Studies show that about 6 of every 10 boys who were bullies in 6th through 9th grade are arrested, sent to jail for at least one crime by the time they are 24 years old.
Many bullies grow up and continue their behavior, often abusing their kids.
I haven't had a job for like 6 months. I'm looking for work, and aren't you listening to me? Aren't you listening? Oh, I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know.
Still others find out that as they get older, friends get tired of their behavior and start leaving them alone and unhappy. Also, a lot of bullies don't think it's cool to do well in school and have trouble getting good jobs and making friends when they grow up. In other words, most bullies grow up to be anything but cool. Whether you've been bullied or seen it happen to others, it's often hard to know what to do. But it's very important that you do something.
If nothing is done, the bullying can continue for a long time. A child who is a bully in kindergarten is often a bully in elementary school, high school, and beyond. I know it can be hard to do, but it's very important for any young boy or girl who is being bullied or knows it's happening to someone else, do what you can to stop it.
For younger kids, the best way to deal with a bullying situation is to tell a trusted adult.
It can be dangerous for young kids to take on a bully, or especially a group of bullies by themselves. They should always find an adult they trust to help solve the problem. If you see or know someone who is being bullied, tell your teacher or school principal about it immediately.
Come on in, Ashley.
So Ashley, tell me, what's going on?
Well, there's these girls that are bothering me.
If they don't take care of the problem, tell your parents or any other adult you trust. Don't wait. The longer you do, the worse the bullying can get.
For tweens and teenagers, the tell an adult approach isn't always the best first choice. It depends on the type of bullying involved. However, one time when you should always speak up about bullying is if you think it could lead or has already led to physical danger and attacks.
Many high school, even middle school students have been hurt when taunts, threats, and physical attacks were not reported, and the silence encouraged the bully to continue his or her terrible behavior. In certain cases, after years of repeated bullying, the victim can no longer control his or her anger and need for revenge, and the situation becomes dangerous for everyone. Most often, it gets this way as a result of long-term abuse that wasn't reported. Go to an adult authority, a parent, teacher, coach, or close family friend. Most of the time, they can find ways to stop the behavior without the bully ever finding out how they learned of it.
If you ever find yourself in a bullying situation you feel could become physically violent, you should try to avoid being alone. If you have a friend who's experiencing this, spend as much time with them as you can. Also, remain part of a group in school hallways, on the bus, or walking home from school whenever you can. Bullies are less likely to confront a group than someone who's all alone. And you have support if they do. If you can't find help from peers, seek adult assistance and try your best to avoid your bully.
No one at any age should have to endure the pain and suffering caused by bullies. I want those who are victims of bullying to know that they can get through it and that there are ways to cope, as well as steps they can take to get help and feel better about themselves. And most importantly, that they don't deserve what's happening to them and that they did nothing to make this happen. I'm a bullying survivor, and you can help yourself or someone else who's being bullied to become a survivor too.
Ignore the bully and walk away. You won't be a coward or a fraidy cat. Far from it. In fact, walking away is a lot tougher than losing your temper. Get a life. What the bully wants most is a reaction from you. Walking away from them or ignoring their nasty text messages, comments, and emails tells him or her that you don't care about them or what they do. Sooner or later, most bullies will get bored and stop bothering you.
Walk tall and hold your head up high. Believe it or not, your body language sends a message to others. Tell the bully that you're not vulnerable by the way you present yourself.
Control your anger. Of course you want to get upset or angry, but that's exactly what the bully is trying to do. They want to control your emotions. If you can't walk away from a bully calmly and are forced to deal with one, stand your ground as confidently as you can. Some bullies will back down if you appear unafraid.
Try not to get physical with a bully. However you decide to deal with him or her, physical force like kicking, hitting, or shoving never brings the results you want. Since you really never know what a bully is capable of, you can get hurt or in trouble by using violence. There are better ways to stand up for yourself. Gain control of the situation by being assertive in your actions and body language, or simply walk away.
Build your self-confidence. I know it sounds a little silly, but you should practice ways you can respond to a bully with words and behavior. Also practice feeling good about yourself, even if you're just pretending at first. Over time, this can give you the positive inner feeling that will help you stand up for yourself.
Be in charge of your life. While you can't control what others do, you can change things in your life. Strong bodies and characters are good defenses against bullies. Start an exercise program to get in your best shape. Enroll in a martial arts program. Learn how to better defend yourself if a bully does get violent. Join a club or a group in something you enjoy, like arts, music, computers, sports, chess, whatever.
Don't ignore what's happening. Talk about it with someone you trust, like your parent, teacher, or guidance counselor, even your friends. It's a really good outlet for your fears and frustrations when you're dealing with the bully. It's the support you need to get through it.
If bullies are spreading gossip and rumors about you, in addition to ignoring them and not reacting, find a friend or two who will listen to the truth from you. Real friends will understand how lies make you feel. Who cares what any pseudo-friend thinks? Real friends know what you're truly like.
If you or someone you know is being bullied on the internet or by cell phone or email messages, some different strategies are needed. First and foremost, never ignore when someone threatens you by phone, email, or text. Some people may tell you to, but experts say that while you shouldn't respond to what they say, you need to take careful note of what's being done to you, who's doing it, and how it's being done. Write everything in a diary and print out nasty or hurtful messages, writing down the time, date, the caller ID if possible, or the reason you can't, such as it says withheld or unavailable. Then immediately get your parents involved. They can help you develop a strategy for dealing with the bullying behavior.
They were throwing basketballs at me.
Always remember, bullies try to isolate their victims and will try to separate you from friends, parents, and other family members. Staying alert and being aware are great ways to help you prevent bullies from having an advantage over you. It's so important for kids at all ages to understand that they can't handle bullying by themselves. They need to get immediate help from a trusted adult. At the same time, they should understand that adults can't take care of it alone either. Both kids and adults must work together and get together with teachers and school officials to set up a detailed anti-bullying program in their schools. Bullying is a game, a nasty, hurtful game, but still a game, one that's all about power and control. If you or someone you know is being bullied, tell yourself or them that the threats, rumors, and lies have nothing to do with you. What they really are is a showcase of the bully's own weaknesses and inadequacies. It doesn't in any way excuse what he or she is doing, but helps you see them for what they truly are. If you're being bullied or know someone who is, don't suffer alone or sit by and do nothing. There are many websites you can visit for help, as well as local help centers you can contact. Bullying is definitely a problem. It's a problem that's gone on for years and years. It's not easy, but it can be overcome. Children have a right to be happy, and children are our greatest asset. They are the future. And isn't the future supposed to be brighter? You bet it will be.